What's the perfect property and what is the perfect real estate investor? Those two generally have two different outcomes. What's perfect for me may not be perfect for you. So let's dive into that. Let's take the first time investor that has just enough capital, pull out his 401k as I did, and buy his first $30,000 house. Had no money, but I had my 401k and I didn't like what it was doing, and I only had $30,000 roughly I could pull out after I paid my penalties. But I had work ethic. So I bought a house that wasn't pristine. Bought it, didn't need a whole lot. Thankfully, I got a pretty good deal. And so I went in, did a lot of the work myself. I had a small construction crew at the time, used them on some of it, but not a tremendous, no more than I could have did myself, I promise you. So that's how I got into my first real estate deal. The house that I bought, would I expect a high income earner to buy the same property and tackle the same problems? No, I wouldn't. I would expect the high income earner, if he wants to do something in his spare time, earn more high income. Don't go gut a wall. Don't go clean out a nasty house. You've done figured out how to make high income. So I, just theoretically speaking, would say, let's say he's got a $50,000 excess amount of funds to spend at the end of the year. So that's his investment money. So he can take that 50 grand and leverage it into a turnkey property in my area for $250,000. Cash flow somewhere around the $100 mark, but has a lot of other benefits that go along with it, such as tax depreciation, interest, which is a write-off. The whole property is a write-off, even if you just do it, divide it off 28 and a half years, I believe. So you just take that 250, divided by 28 and a half, let's just say you get to write off at least $10,000 a year in depreciation. But then if you need more, you can do accelerated depreciation, depending on what type of the house is. But if it's turnkey, you have value in enough products to do a accelerated depreciation. Therefore, what works for me does not work for that investor. You can take the middle of the road. You can take the person that has a little bit of extra money and a little bit of extra time, and they say, I don't want to devote all my time to this. I've got some extra money, and I'll do half and half. I'll go in and gut it because my skill level with my hands is low for this particular hypothetical person. But I can gut it and I can make that money. That's my side hustle. But I'm not going to install the trim and the crown and the drywall. Even today in my world, I don't install the drywall. There are professional drywallers that do that. Let's hire the people that are good at what they're doing and let them do that. No need knowing everything. So that person has a opportunity to do half and half. So they will buy and pay for a property that is just needs lipstick on a pig, maybe. So it's a good house. It's just been worn in very hardly. They didn't take care of it. And so it needs paint and carpet and flooring and cleaning up, etc. New light fixtures, things like that. Whereas when I look at that property, there's not enough upside in it for me. I will still buy it, but I still want that premium return. What I generally go for is the worst of the worst. That's just where I'm at. Like, I like the upside. I like the added appreciation where I can create value inside the house by solving more of the problems. The high income earner doesn't want to solve any more problems. There's a good chance that he solves problems on a day-to-day basis. And then the middle of the road person, who knows? Let's say they inherited $50,000. They just want to split the difference. They want to put their money safe, but they're still willing to do some things. So it's all about problem solving and finding the right avenue for you and looking at the outcome, predicting the best that you can, the outcome and an exit strategy and how you want to exit it, and or never exit it, keep cash out, refine it, get some tax-free money, and then pass it along to your children, and they have a step up in basis, and they don't have to pay the same amount of tax if they was to sell it versus what you would, especially if you do a bunch of 1031s. There's a lot of that gets in depth and for other videos. But the moral of this story is what works for one investor doesn't work for the other. You can question and try to figure out how it works for them, but I highly suggest not looking at it and going, well, that was a bad deal. They shouldn't have bought it, because there's a good chance that in their strategy, it works perfect. If I can ever help you in the future, please don't hesitate to throw a comment in the comment section below. We will work through it. We will brainstorm, and brainstorming always comes with better and greater ideals.